Tibetan Monks' Secrets, Life After Death and the Path to Immortality. Hidden deep within the mystical and uncharted realms of the Himalayas, Tibet has long been a land of mystery, spiritual depth, and ancient traditions. Its monasteries, often perched on remote mountain cliffs and surrounded by swirling mists, are home to monks who are not only dedicated spiritual practitioners, but are also believed to possess profound esoteric knowledge. These monks, clad in their saffron and maroon robes, have fascinated explorers, scholars, and spiritual seekers for centuries. Their way of life, their practices, and the mysteries surrounding them remain a topic of intrigue and speculation. The origins of Tibetan monks and their mystical practices trace back thousands of years, intertwining with the ancient teachings of Buddhism that were brought to Tibet in the 7th century by the great sage Padmasambhava, also known as Guru Rinpoche. However, even before Buddhism's arrival, Tibet was steeped in the Bon tradition, a shamanic and animistic practice filled with rituals, spirit communication, and journeys into the unseen realms. When Buddhism merged with Bon, it created a unique and powerful spiritual tradition that emphasized the nature of reality, life, death, and the mysteries that lay beyond. One of the most captivating aspects of Tibetan monastic practice is their understanding of life and death. The Tibetan Book of the Dead, known as the Bardo is a seminal text that provides detailed instructions for navigating the afterlife. It is read to the dying and the deceased, guiding the consciousness through the bardos, or transitional states between death and rebirth. According to this text, death is not an end but a transition, a doorway to another existence. The monks are trained to recognize and navigate these states, helping others as well as themselves during this profound journey. To prepare for death and gain mastery over it, Tibetan monks engage in a practice known as Phowa. This practice involves intense visualization and meditation techniques designed to transfer consciousness at the moment of death into a state of enlightenment or into a favorable rebirth. Monks who have mastered Phowa are said to exhibit extraordinary signs at the time of death, such as the appearance of a rainbow in the sky, the emission of a fragrant smell, or the body shrinking to an unusually small size. There are even stories of monks whose bodies dissolve into light, leaving behind only their hair and nails, a phenomenon known as the rainbow body. One of the most astonishing practices among Tibetan monks is the act of practicing death while still alive. Through deep meditation and advanced yogic techniques, monks enter a state that mimics the death process. Their breathing slows, their heartbeat becomes almost imperceptible, and they detach from their physical senses. In this state, they experience the dissolution of the elements of the body, much like what is described in the Bardo Thodol. This practice not only prepares them for the moment of actual death, but also gives them insights into the nature of consciousness and existence beyond the physical realm. Meditation plays a central role in accessing higher states of consciousness and unlocking hidden powers of the mind. Monks often spend years, sometimes their entire lives, in meditation retreats, focusing their minds and accessing altered states of awareness. Through meditation, they are believed to achieve Siddhis, or spiritual powers. These powers can include clairvoyance, telepathy, the ability to generate inner heat, tamo, and even the capacity to influence the natural world. The tamo practice, in particular, has been scientifically studied, with monks demonstrating the ability to raise their body temperature and dry wet sheets placed on their bodies while meditating in freezing conditions. Astral travel, or the ability to project one's consciousness outside of the physical body, is another mystical ability attributed to Tibetan monks. This phenomenon, also known as dream yoga, involves entering a lucid dream state and using it as a platform to explore other realms and dimensions. Monks use this practice not only for personal insight, but also to help others, traveling through spiritual realms, to aid lost souls, or to gain knowledge from higher beings. Accounts from local Tibetans and travelers tell of monks who appear in dreams, offer guidance, or appear to be in multiple places at once. These tales add to the mystery surrounding their capabilities. The belief in other dimensions and realms is deeply rooted in Tibetan cosmology. The Wheel of Life, or Bhavachakra, is a symbolic representation of the cycles of existence. It portrays different realms of rebirth, including realms of gods, humans, animals, spirits, and hell beings. Through their spiritual practices, monks aim to transcend this cycle, achieving liberation or nirvana. However, during their spiritual journeys, they also interact with beings from these realms. Legends speak of hidden kingdoms such as Shambhala, a mystical land of enlightened beings that exists in a higher dimension, accessible only to those with the spiritual vision to see it. Locals and surrounding countries hold a deep reverence for Tibetan monks and their mystical practices. Stories of miraculous healings, monks who predict future events, and those who perform incredible feats are widespread. In Nepal, Bhutan, and even in parts of India, it is not uncommon to find people who have encountered these monks and witnessed their powers firsthand. Their reputation as holders of ancient wisdom and guardians of spiritual secrets is widespread. There are many mysterious stories surrounding specific monks and monasteries. For instance, the story of the Oracle of Nechung, the state oracle of Tibet, who is believed to enter a trance and communicate with deities, providing guidance to the Dalai Lama and the Tibetan government in exile. The oracle's trances are dramatic, and during these sessions, the medium often demonstrates superhuman strength and knowledge that seems to come from another source. Similarly, the legend of Milarepa, a revered yogi and poet, tells of his supernatural abilities, including flying, walking through mountains, and manifesting food and shelter through meditation. Even modern visitors to Tibet report feeling an inexplicable energy in certain monasteries and encountering monks with an uncanny sense of awareness. Researchers, despite their skepticism, have documented unusual phenomena, including the ability of monks to alter their body temperatures and demonstrate extraordinary control over their physiological processes. The secrets of Tibetan monks are not just relics of the past, but continue to inspire those who seek to understand the full potential of the human mind and spirit. Their wisdom and practices are not merely confined to spiritual enlightenment, but also offer practical insights into living a life of balance, compassion, and profound awareness. Whether through meditation, discipline training, or deep spiritual insight, these monks offer a glimpse into what may be possible when one dedicates themselves to exploring the mysteries of life, death, and the universe itself. Their stories and practices remain a bridge between the known and the unknown, drawing countless souls to the mystic land of Tibet, hoping to uncover the secrets that lie beyond time and reality itself. Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe to Beyond Time TV, where we dive into the most mysterious and enigmatic stories.